This is the House of Hockey podcast on the Hockey Podcast Network. Hockey is more than a game, it's a lifestyle. It's you, the diehard supportive fans, your favorite players who are on the team you cheer for and the organization who supports them.
The companies that make your gear, bags, and beer league sweaters. The hockey moms and hockey dads and everything else that makes this House of Hockey your home. Come on in. I'm Breezy.
And I'm Ray Ray.
And this is our house.
The NFL is back, and Draftkings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, is giving all new players a can't-miss offer for Week 1. Bet just $1 on any NFL game during the first week of the season and receive $200 in free bets instantly, no matter what. Take advantage of this limited time offer right now. You heard right. DraftKings is giving all new players $200 in free bets instantly when you place a bet of $1 or more on any game in Week 1. Head to the DraftKings Sportsbook app now to check out all the great promotions and daily odds boosts. Plus, you can make every game a big game with same game parlays. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use promo code THPN, that's THPN, for the Hockey Podcast Network to receive $200 in free bets when you place a $1 bet on any Week 1 game. That's promo code THPN to get your free $200 in free bets instantly for a limited time only at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Must be 21 or older, New Jersey, Indiana, or Pennsylvania only. New customers only. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or in Indiana, 1-800-9-WITH-IT.
And there we have it. Welcome to episode 76 of the House of Hockey podcast. I am one of your hosts, Breezy.
And I'm your other host, Ray Ray. And you know what it means when we're talking about the NFL?
What's that mean?
That means we are this much closer to hockey season. Starting in October, regular season. I don't even remember what that's like, but apparently that's what's happening.
Wow. Yeah, that's true. I'm kind of like on the fence right now. I like really want to go to opening night for the Kings versus the Golden Knights, but then I'm like, but do I want to? Because I really like watching games in the comfort of my own home. Yeah. So it's a never-ending battle with like, what do I want to do? But I like have serious FOMO not going to opening night. I don't know.
Trying to think of, I don't think I've ever been to an opening night. I don't think I have. No.
Oh.
I've got to resolve that, I think. I don't know if that'll happen this year, but I do need to resolve that.
I think you do. I think they're really fun. I love when they bring all the players out and announce the lineups and the team. And I don't know. I think it's fun. It's just a different kind of atmosphere, maybe, I guess. Plus, you're all hyped up. You got the smell of the ice. You got all the feels going on.
You got all the hopes that you're going to win the Stanley Cup and that nothing's going to destroy it. You got the best draft picks. You got the best free agents, and you're going to just crush it.
And you got the best fans in all of NHL.
The best fans in the NHL. Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, man. Too funny.
I love that every player in the NHL says, we have the best fans in the NHL.
I think it's like, which ones are lying? No.
I think I saw something like people were defending Arizona Coyote fans on the internet, like being like, there's real fans there. And I have spent time talking to them, and I know they exist because I guess, there's all this talk about the Coyotes not renewing their deal with the arena that they play at in Glendale. And so people are like, the Yotes are moving. There's no real fans in Arizona anyway. Like, okay, let's be a little less dramatic. There's fans. Commissioner
real.
Gare Bear says they're staying in Arizona. They have to figure out, a deal or find a new arena or build a new arena or whatever, but they're not moving. So Arizona Coyote fans, don't worry. Your team's still going to be there. Yeah. They're not going anywhere in a year from now.
Oh my God. That is so funny.
I know.
Yeah, it always makes me laugh when they're like there's no real fans at that arena. It's like, what are they? Freaking aliens? Like, what do you mean?
Like, who are all those people wearing Yotes jerseys? I mean, can you?
And first of all, you don't have a rando person being like, oh, I'm just going to go do this for fun and I'm going to buy a jersey because why not? Homeboy's going to spend $250 on a jersey for fun. I mean, I do that, but not because.
But you're a real fan, so it makes sense.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny. Yeah, some guy just on the street decided that he's going to go spend $250 on an Arizona Coyote jersey and just sit there.
Right. In his $250 jersey for one game only, and then he's going to just throw it away.
Probably with a $20 beer.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like we're going to let's just throw money. Let's light it on fire. Give me a fucking lighter. I mean, people are goofy. People are so goofy.
I was talking to my dad the other day because they just went to the Dodger game, and his favorite thing to do was, do you know how much it's going to cost for a ticket? And I was like, I don't know what. And he like said whatever ticket price he's going to do. And he's like, you know how much it is for a Dodger dog? And I was like, well, he's like, $21. And I was like, okay. He's like, you know how much for a beer? I was like, what? $21. Do you know how much for a pretzel? No. $21. Do you know how much for parking? $21. $45. So if there's any rando fans out there, I don't recommend picking up sports as a hobby because it's very expensive to go and enjoy it, and mentally stressful as well.
Yeah.
And emotionally.
Yeah, it's a good way to, channel our real life frustrations and anger into a sports team. I support that. I think that's a much healthier outlet, though it can get taken to the next level. And if that's the case, then, I highly recommend therapy.
Yeah.
So, and I can say that as somebody who partakes in the therapy. It works. Or some of you are listening are like, Rachel, you might need to spend a little more time there.
Oh my gosh.
No.
That is funny. Speaking of therapy, I know this is not like really therapy, but did you watch Jersey Shore this past week?
Girl, I didn't. You know what? I was thinking about Snooki yesterday. I was cleaning and I got a flash of Snooki and JWoww from like one of the first seasons where she was like drunk in the sand and got arrested. And I
Where's
was
the beach?
It's like, man, that was some good TV. I miss that. And I was like, you know what? I think they're still on air now. And well, by golly, Breezy, you're certainly telling me there's the Jersey Shore going on. I have no idea what's happening now.
They just do family vacations. So they go and take like a week and do a vacation. But of course they like have like a season made out of it. But it was really funny. This past week, they're celebrating Jenny's birthday, but they're at the Poconos. So they were like, okay, well, we're at this hotel. Like everyone's there. Snooki came. She made an appearance. She like jumped out of a cake. And Vinny was Vinny is putting on a talent show now. So because everyone's all about the speeches because the whole Angelina thing, Vinny decided he was going to do a speech. And Vinny's not very good at speeches, but this one he crushed. He did a roasting session. He goes, and Jenny brought all of her family and friends here, and she brought her personal assistant, her babysitter, her therapist. But that's enough talking about Zach. Just went totally roasted her boyfriend or fiance now or husband. I don't know if they got married, but calling him the personal assistant, babysitter, and therapist.
That's a good roast. I wonder who wrote that joke for Vinny.
I know. We'll see. Well, it's funny. I was laughing.
Good. I'm glad I'm in the same category as JWoww in your mind when you think of therapy. That's just great.
Sorry.
Something we have to talk about, back to the jerseys and the Coyotes and Jersey talk. There is officially going to be advertisements on the jerseys now.
I saw that, but then I was like mad about it, so then I didn't even want to read about it.
Wait, why are you mad about it?
I don't know. I just feel like, why are they going to have like a Doritos logo on a jersey? I just think like Doritos, I'm not saying that is, but like a Doritos logo on a jersey, and I'm sitting there thinking, Nathan McKinnon is chowing down on some Doritos. Doubt it.
He would never allow a Doritos at the food police, Nathan McKinnon.
So
he's gonna need like vegetarian
veggie straws, Beyond Burgers.
Beyond Burgers, yeah.
I don't know. I think
baked
advertisement
potatoes.
Maybe on the helmet, I don't know, but on the jersey, I mean, come on. I don't know.
I don't, like we said when this conversation started in the pandemic year season of the putting sponsors on the helmets, I'm fine if it's like one and it's small and it doesn't become that European hockey situation where the main logo ends up becoming the sponsor and we lose the beauty of what lies in the jersey. So if it's small and not, any bigger than the Adidas logo, right? Because we're already advertising the Adidas brand because they're the makers of the jerseys. So we've already got one logo, which is fine. But as long as it doesn't overtake it and it's singular and not like 20 patches and we look like NASCAR like we've talked about, I'm fine with it. And then is it going to be mix match? That's not the right way to say it, but like mismatched where you have one logo on the helmet and a different logo on the jersey. Is it going to also be on the helmet? Then it starts to look messy and yucky and taking away from the beauty of it. But I also don't think you're going to have fans like wanting to buy those jerseys. Are they going to sell the ones with the sponsors or no? Is that part of the deal? I don't think so. That wouldn't make sense. And I don't think fans would be like jumping at the bit to get a jersey with some kind of other sponsor on it.
Right.
If it's for TV rights and games in that sense, like, okay, fine. But
yeah, I mean, I would think that the jerseys they're probably going to have patches on them more so than being like printed like the European jerseys. So maybe you would be able to, buy a jersey without the patches. And if you really want them, maybe they'll have patches for sale. That's just another thing to buy to get more money, I guess. But I think there's a way of like, I mean, for me, it's like, okay, well, is a sponsor paying enough to have their logo on all these team jerseys? Say they're going to pay $1 million, right? But how much money would you be making by selling a jersey without those logos? Is it more league wide than like getting $1 million from Doritos? Are you going to make $5 million off of selling jerseys without the Doritos logo? I'm really picking on Doritos. I'm really sorry.
It's okay. After doing a little research ourselves, we found that with a little information available online that the ads will be patches. They have to be 3 by 3.5 rectangle. So that's not very big, which I'm fine with. Yeah. And then the money goes to each individual franchise organization, which is a big deal because a lot of money can be made. And since so much of the revenue for the teams relies heavily on fans and butts in seats, this is a comparable way to keep an organization afloat.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, maybe I'm not that mad anymore.
I mean, it's not great, but
it's not great.
If it keeps the NHL alive, like, okay, guys, let's sacrifice the freaking patch situation here.
Right, exactly. Well, that's fine. Do what you got to do.
Well, somebody's jersey that everybody's buying right now is Henrik Lundqvist, if they still manufacture them for the New York Rangers, because he has officially retired after 15 years, 15 years in the league. I follow him on Instagram, and he said he was lacing up the skates, and he did go out on the ice to like, what I'm assuming is see if how well he can do post heart surgery and see where his skill level's at. He's been working out and doing all those kinds of things, but I'm just guessing that I'm sure he's still phenomenal. Yeah. Like compared to most people in net, but I think he's probably not playing to the potential that he would want to be. And Just hung him up.
Yeah. Sad. I mean, I wish the Rangers maybe would have signed him.
I know,
Even
like
for a day to retire as a Ranger. He retired obviously as a Capital.
They're going to retire his number though.
They will retire his number.
Right?
Yeah, I would say so. I do think that I'm happy for the guy. I mean, I wish he would be able to play a little bit longer, but he's always going to be the legend, right? So I think that he's always going to be at games, be involved somehow. Who knows? Maybe he'll be a goalie trainer. Maybe he'll take on some sort of.
No,
he would be great on camera.
That's
what I was camera.
Oh my God. Could you imagine him and Sharpie next to each other? Let's make this happen. God. TNT, TBS. Please don't go to ESPN. They're going to not let you do anything great. Go to Turner Sports, guys.
I don't know if the hearts of the Americans and the Canadians could handle that much good looking on a screen.
That beauty. Oh, I could handle it. I could handle it.
You'd be like, I gotta go home.
I'd be drooling. Just drool coming down the side of my mouth.
Oh my gosh.
Could you imagine being in the middle of the two of them to take a picture like that? If I was ever in a room with Sharpie and Hank, that is the one time I would request a photo with a hockey player. Would be between the two of them, a Rachel sandwich with Hank and Sharpie. Can we make this happen? Somebody. Oh, that's what I want.
Oh my God, Rachel Sandy.
With the two beauties, I mean, those are like the top beauties in the league.
Yeah, it's true. I mean,
retired, I guess. I wouldn't. There's not even anybody current that I would put up there with those two.
Not even your Barzy?
No. Wow. Barzy isn't, he's not up there yet. He's close. He needs a couple more years. He needs to let the jawline sort of harden a little more. And, he needs to age a little bit, as weird as that sounds.
That's fine. Well, I tried really hard. You just celebrated a birthday recently, and the only thing I could think to do was to wrap up Matt Barzal for you, and I hope I delivered.
You did. The only thing that you missed out on was him actually being wrapped up in a box like Snooki at my house. Yeah, but you did phenomenal.
I tried. I do have a package getting delivered to you. I think it's going to be today, the day that this episode comes out.
I think it might have come already. I heard the dogs barking, but maybe not.
Okay. Well, maybe. I tried. He's not in there. I did try. He's not in there, but I
appreciate the effort, Breezy.
Okay.
Well, I do. You know me well. You know me so well.
I did. It was
try. The best. It was the best. Right. The best thing I got that on my birthday. Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, I hope you had a good birthday.
I did. Just seeing a picture of Barzal wishing me happy birthday made the whole thing worth turning a year older. I promise.
There you go.
Do you know who got a new coach? The New York
a new coach?
The New York Rangers. Do you notice? Okay, first of all, if you don't know, they got Gerard. I think Gerard. How do you say it? It's like super French, right? Gallant, or is it Gerard? No, it's Gerard. Gerard Gallant, the former. Do you like me just sounding it out like on the podcast of the Golden Knights, the former coach of the Knights?
Absolutely. That we're saving that.
It's one of those. Either way, I think this was a good move. I think this was a good move for the Rangers. They've got, he's going to be coaching his former player, Ryan Reeves. You've got got a good group of talent there, young, old. He's familiar with taking a group of talent that's kind of all over the place in experience with the Golden Knights. I thought he did a really good job in the first few seasons, and they were playoff contending teams. So let's hope that that's the result for the New York Rangers.
Yeah, I think that the Rangers, I don't think that they are going to win the Stanley Cup this upcoming season, but I think they're going to play really well. And I think that's going to be good because the Rangers a few years back were, really pushing hard, really doing well, and then they slumped like a lot of teams do. But I think my favorite part is kind of seeing teams like have that roller coaster effect. Not that it's fun in any way, but it's cool to like have certain teams succeed and like see their runs, and then a couple of years later, then you have a whole brand new group of teams come in and do their runs again. So I really enjoyed watching the Rangers play. Obviously, the Kings beat them for a cup. And so it's going to be cool. Maybe it's going to be that time where the Rangers and the Kings are good again. Maybe we'll have a rematch and we'll hopefully have the same results.
Hopes, like we talked about at the beginning of the episode. Hopes at the beginning of the season that our team can win a Stanley Cup. This is exactly how everybody feels right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, the last thing I want to talk about. Okay, this is going to take a moment if you don't know what I'm talking about. NFTs. If you've heard rumblings about this, it's a non-fungible token. It's basically a digital collector's item that's worth money. So Wayne Gretzky is now in on the action. And he has partnered up with a company called Autograph, which is run by or was founded by Tom Brady. And he debuted the Wayne Gretzky Premier Access Collection. And what I've figured out, I think, of what it is it's a digital autograph, like baseball card, not baseball, right? We're talking about hockey. So it's like a digital version of a baseball card autograph. Did that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. I still don't totally understand it, but you can buy it or try to buy it on Autograph. And it's just like physical cards or collector's items, but this is like all the rage. And somebody else who has non-fungible tokens is our sponsor, Draftkings. They have something called the Draftkings Marketplace, where they are selling these kinds of things. And other players who've gotten involved are Matthew Tkachuk and Austin Matthews and Alex Ovechkin. They've all launched collections. I don't know which platform, but either way, this is a very fascinating to me because I've listened to podcasts with people explaining what NFTs are, and I have a general concept of what it is. But like, who's buying that? Are you buying NFTs? Like you collect jerseys and actual signed autographed things. And like, are you interested? You collect stuff. So like, are you interested in buying a Gretzky NFT?
I don't know. I feel like my opinion may change. I remember I got an email, I want to say it was from DraftKings, who kind of explained the entire thing. And they gave you like a free pack. Or I think I had 2 free packs. And so I like logged on. I was like, what the hell is this? So I logged on and I, opened up my pack because I could choose between whatever packs I wanted. So I just like picked a pack and I'd opened up. I think I had like an Austin Matthews card. And like I don't remember. It was like 2 or 3 other cards. And I was like, oh, this is cool. And then it was like, open up your second pack. So like I opened up my second pack and I had like a duplicate. I was like, God, I friggin' had a duplicate.
Well, then you can trade that one.
Right. And then I was like, oh, this is kind of cool because it's like not taking up space in like my closet or, under the bed. But then I was like, but does it really have that much meaning? Because like I remember when I was younger, I did collect baseball cards. My brother collected baseball cards, hockey cards. Like we have so many buckets of them. And one of my nephews is now collecting baseball cards. And just like the joy to like on his face when he gets to go to the store and gets to get like a pack of baseball cards, and then he opens it up and he has like it all in like this little like laminated thing. Like I think that's the joy of it. So like to put that digitally, I guess it's cool, but at the same time, it's like, this is the way the world is going, but like you're taking away from like the excitement from like having like something physical in your hand. So I don't know. I think it's cool. I like the concept, but like maybe I'm just a little old school right now, and I still like feel like I would want something physical. Because like if you get like a $20 bill, you're like, oh, I had a $20 bill. But then when someone like Venmos you $20, you're like, I got $20, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. I do like the tangible things, and actual physical playing cards
Right.
are really becoming very popular again. That
Yeah.
industry is booming with people collecting cards and trading and being interested in the physical things. And what I think is interesting about the NFTs and physical playing cards is the value is always really driven by the consumer and the need, the
Right.
want for it. So if we just like, that's sort of the whole thing with NFTs. Like if the people who creates it decides it has value, it has value. And if people in that community say that this digital card is valuable, then it's valuable and you get to decide what has value and what doesn't. But I think that also still applies to physical things. Like we all thought Beanie Babies were going to be worth so much money, and like they're like not worth anything.
Yeah.
Is it because there's
so many Beanie Babies?
is it because there's so many of them? And they were so mass produced, or is it, but just like baseball cards, those are mass produced. So who says that the Gretzky card from when he played with the Kings is worth something? Is it because there's only 5, or is it because he's just such a great player and therefore it's worth more? Like defining the worth to things is what I find really interesting about the NFTs,
Yeah.
that they
I mean, I think, yeah, I mean,
the end of it. That was the end of my thought.
Okay. Yeah. I think, obviously when you have a name out there like Gretzky, anybody's going to want to jump at the opportunity to get something signed by him or have some sort of memorabilia with an autograph or saying, oh yeah, I have this, whether it's physical or not.
And they sell a limited amount too with NFTs, right?
Yeah, I believe so. But I guess, with an Austin Matthews card too, I mean, he's going to be, one of those players that down the road is going to be kind of like maybe not as a Gretzky, but, up
household
there.
name.
And, yeah. And so I think those are kind of things. But like if you have like say a Tom Wilson, like there's a very specific people that are going to want like a Tom Wilson thing. So like that's where it kind of comes to your, but also too, I think that it's kind of smart, but like kind of not, because it's so easy to spend money online on something that like, I mean, I could just be like, oh, I like this. Spend. And the next thing I know, I'm like, oh crap, I just spent $100 on some cards that are going to stay in my like portal online. But like you would never see me go to a store and spend $100 on baseball cards.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It's smart for the people who are, doing this and investing into it, but it's not so smart when you are a avid collector and you just can't stop.
True. Yeah, and it's sort of interesting because that conversation also goes to Cameo, which is an app where celebrities, athletes, anybody who's, got some sort of fame to them, you can buy a video message, and that's a digital thing. And then you could spend, $1,000 on a digital 30-second video from somebody, and that's it. But it's personalized, and that's sort of an NFT, though not technically, right? Because it's not authorized and verified on the blockchain. But that's an NFT. We're spending money for digital things that you only have to keep on your phone. And then when you lose everything, it's gone. I mean, I don't know. Where does it go? Where does it all go? Where is the internet? Where is it, Breezy? I don't see it.
I don't know. Don't take me down this rabbit hole, though.
Okay.
Nothing is real.
Nothing is real. NFTs exist. Well, I was asking because I think I should invest. I think that would be a good investment. I would rather invest in something new and upcoming, like an NFT, though I need to do some more research. So I'll follow up and let you know what I find out.
All right, let's do it. Should we send them off with a fun fact?
Do it.
All right. So this week I was struggling to find something good for us. I was like, what's going to be like different, you know? So I was like, well, I like slap shots. So what was the fastest slap shot ever to be recorded? Okay.
120 miles an hour.
Close.
Really?
Very close. It was actually registered at 118 miles per hour. And do you know who could have hit that shot?
Shea Weber.
No. Bobby Hull.
Huh.
Yeah.
Very fun fact.
There you go. There you have it. Fun fact of the week. Bobby Hull has shot a 118 mile per hour slap shot.
Thanks for coming over to our House of Hockey podcast and hanging out with us. We'll be back next week with a brand new episode. And in the meantime, you can follow us on social media. Just look for House of Hockey podcast. We'll be back next week.